Thank you so much, Jason. Hi, everyone. I'm Mary Elizabeth Taylor, and I'll be moderating the Q&A with Vlad and Jason. We've got more than 2,000 questions from everyday people all across the United States, and our team is excited to really answer some of these questions for you right now. So let's jump right into it. First question up. Hello to Mung from Fresno, California. And Mung asks, will you have a customer support phone line?
Thanks, Mung. So we actually offer that now. We've made a ton of investment in customer support as our platform has grown. Phone support is definitely one of those areas. In the app, you can request phone support and speak with a registered rep. We now have about 2,700 customer support representatives, more than triple the number that we had back in March of 2020. We also offer 24/7 support via email. Improving customer support will continue to be a core investment area for us. We're planning to double the number of registered reps we have throughout 2021, and we've already opened a number of new offices in places like Chicago, Charlotte, and Denver to help make this happen.
Great. All right, on to question number 2. We've got a great question from Mary Lee in California. Mary Lee asks, do we have access to the IPO before it becomes public? And how much do I need to invest to qualify?
Okay, I can field that one. Hi, Mary Lee. So we are offering shares through our IPO access product, which lets regular people buy in at the IPO price. For years, most retail customers could only buy into an IPO after it had already started trading, meaning that institutional or high net worth investors would reap more of the benefits in the case that there's an increase in price on the first day of trading. IPO access lets anyone get in at the same time on totally equal footing without any account or investment minimums. We're excited to be using this for our very own IPO and are looking to distribute a large portion of the shares we're selling in our offering to interested customers. We anticipate this will be one of the largest retail allocations ever. Allocations of IPO shares are going to be done using random selection from a pool of individuals who submit a request.
Great. All right, on to our third question. Our next is from Yocusta in Fort Worth, Texas, who asks, will Robinhood pay dividends to all of its shareholders, or will dividends be limited to either preferred stock owners or common stock owners exclusively, or will Robinhood not pay any dividends at all?
I'll go ahead and take this one. We don't have any plans to pay dividends at this time, which is fairly typical for fast-growing companies. We're really pleased with the growth of our business so far, but there's a lot more to do to achieve our vision. We think that investing our capital to expand our products and services is best for the long-term growth of the business.
All right, next up, we've got Waleed from Rhode Island asking, do we have a rough ETA for when Robinhood Crypto will let customers transfer crypto in and out of the app? Given Robinhood's better platform, access to stocks, and lower fees, I'd much rather sell my Bitcoin on Robinhood.
All right, well, thank you for that question. What I can tell you is we've been doing a lot of work behind the scenes to provide our crypto customers with the functionality that they've been asking for. So we know you want wallets, we want to introduce new features safely, and there's a lot of items we have to get right from the start. For instance, making sure we get security right is a top priority, particularly as crypto transfers are instant and non-recoverable. We also want to make sure we make the process as intuitive as possible, especially since this might be the first experience with crypto for a large number of our customers. But I'm happy to say we're making a lot of progress on the designs and the systems supporting these features, in addition to making some great key hires. You should at some point expect to see a beta release from us, after which we'll look to share more specifics on the timeline.
Great. We've got another great question up from Brooklyn, New York. Michael asks, with so much government focus and criticism of payment for order flow, what is Robinhood's plan of action to continue growing revenue if payment for order flow were to be banned?
Thanks for the question. I'll go ahead and take that. We plan to fully engage with regulators and policymakers to ensure they know how important payment for order flow is for retail investors. We think payment for order flow is a better deal for our customers versus the old commission structure. It allows investors to invest smaller amounts without having to worry about the cost of commissions. That said, as we continue to add products and features to our platform, we anticipate we will expand the sources of revenues we generate for the company. Examples include expanding our securities lending business, investing more into Robinhood Gold, and expanding internationally.
Great. All right. Big hello to Brittany J. from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Brittany asks, how are you mitigating any risk associated with retail investors who have been frustrated with the lockout of certain meme stocks, leaving or avoiding Robinhood?
I'll take that. Hi, Brittany. So what I'm focused on is making sure we fix the issues that led to customers being upset. We've grown a lot in the past year. To put it in context, in the first quarter of this year, we added more customers than had joined Robinhood through the end of 2019. The growth has been amazing, but it has led to some real challenges. We're committed to learn from these experiences and help ensure they never happen again. Robinhood's a safety-first company. That means we're prioritizing areas like system reliability, education, and customer support. We'll continue to focus on all of those while also planning to offer more products that help people access our financial system and that serve customers in new ways. Crypto deposits and withdrawals are just one example of that. So if we accomplish all of these things, I think we're going to continue to build trust with our customers.
Our next question is from Francis G., whose question is pretty short and sweet. What's your favorite planet?
Guessing that's directed at me. Definitely Pluto. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I like all of the planets. I'm a bit of an amateur astronomer. Actually, right now, for those in North America, right after sunset, you'll be able to get a great view of Venus shortly after the sun goes down, and then also Saturn and Jupiter come up and are great for viewing in binoculars or a telescope a little bit later into the night. So right now, I'd have to go with those three, with probably preference towards Venus because it actually has phases. So I think you can see it in its waxing gibbous right now.
Well then, all right, on to our next question, jumping right back in. We've got Carter C. from Waterloo, Iowa. And Carter's asking, how does Robinhood plan to grow in the future after becoming a public company, specifically in regards to new streams of revenue for the business?
I'll take this one. Going forward, you're going to see a lot of focus on products that can deepen our relationship with customers. On the brokerage side, our focus is turning first-time investors into long-term investors. You can see the beginnings of this with some of our newer products, such as recurring and dividend reinvestments. On the spending side, there is more we can do with direct deposit and debit cards, particularly given the opportunity to connect rewards with our brokerage and crypto offerings. And in crypto, we're making a lot of investments in things we know our customers want, such as wallets, lending, and staking. We think there's a big opportunity in front of us, and we look forward to delivering more products for customers.
Next up, we've got Brett from San Francisco, California, who asks, what is Robinhood doing to prevent future app outages?
Yeah, happy to field this one. So as an engineer, making sure our platform stays stable is personally very important to me. We've had challenges, and I'm proud of how the team has responded. We've invested heavily in stability and scalability. We've hired more engineers. We've built redundancies into our systems. We're better at distributing load on our systems, and we've deployed a risk-based testing system. Those investments are paying off, but we're not done yet. There's always room for improvement. We're continuing to invest and make our systems even more resilient.
We've got a great question out of Atlanta, Georgia. George wrote in asking, do we anticipate the globalization of the app for other countries? If someone is in South America, can they trade? Is this in their future?
Well, as immigrants and children of immigrants, this one speaks closely to us. So we'd love to see the Robinhood feather all over the world. And we believe that the investments we've made in the past 18 months in our infrastructure have put us in a great position to expand internationally. So most likely, you're not going to see us put up physical offices all over the world, but we want to be in as many app stores as possible. And in some cases, we might offer equities first. In other cases, we might lead with different products, like crypto. But we feel very committed to making Robinhood a global company.
Hello to Jose from Alexandria, Virginia.
My hometown. Hi, Jose.
Jose asks, does Robinhood see itself offering IRA accounts sometime in the near future?
In short, yes. We're interested in building more account types, including IRAs and Roth IRAs. We've been hearing that a lot from our customers. And we want to make first-time investors into long-term investors. It's worth noting that we see evidence that the majority of our customers are primarily buy and hold. Our customers are younger, and about half of them are investing for the first time. So retirement isn't necessarily something that a lot of them have been looking for out the gate. But we want to make long-term planning a habitual process for them so that they can be in a better place when they are older than their parents. We've already laid some breadcrumbs for this. Specifically, we offer recurring investments that allow people to regularly put money away for investing purposes. We also have fractional shares, which allow our customers to invest in shares that might have been out of reach for them financially. Both of these together give our customers the tools they need to easily build diversified portfolios the way they want to, with much less hassle.
All right. From Charlotte, North Carolina, we've got Austin asking, what other streams of revenue are you currently pursuing that will help offset any cyclical decline in retail trading volumes?
Thanks, Austin, for the question. We think retail investing is a trend that's here to stay. If you look at the data, the growth in retail actually started years before we launched. Our contribution has really been to accelerate the process. We already have revenue streams outside of transaction-based category, and even within transaction-based revenue, crypto is different from equities and options. We are also excited about what we'll be able to bring across the rest of our products in the future. To give a few examples, fully paid securities lending. We are looking forward to being able to earn more revenue and share more revenue with our customers. Cash management will add more features to the debit card. And Robinhood Gold, we will build out our offering to go beyond what we've done so far today. Crypto will build wallets and look at new features like lending and interest earning. We're continuing to grow as a public company. We think you'll see added diversification that will continue to balance out our revenues.
So I'm getting the sign that we don't have time for more questions, but maybe we can squeeze in another one or two if that's cool.
Let's keep going.
All right, cool. All right, next up, we've got one from Cleveland, Ohio, Richard. Richard asks, due to the recent cryptocurrency and Reddit uproar, there seemed to be an immense amount of new, inexperienced users to Robinhood. What are your strategies to continue to engage those new users?
Yeah, I'll be happy to field this one. So our focus is on providing great educational tools, which is particularly important for people that are new to investing. So a few examples. We're putting educational tools at our customers' fingertips with our first set of Learn the Basics modules right in the Robinhood app, which launched earlier this year. Also, our Robinhood Snacks newsletter and podcast, which makes financial news digestible, has nearly 32 million subscribers as of the end of Q1. The daily podcast was downloaded nearly 40 million times in 2020. We're proud to have a new generation of investors on Robinhood, and we're focused to give them the tools to be empowered investors over the long term.
All right, our last question, a great question from Raul in Tennessee, who asks, how are you planning to grow your profitability?
I'll take that question. We think we're in the early innings still. That means we're much more focused on making investments for scale and growth, as well as adding new products, which we're prioritizing over near-term profitability. What I can tell you is that we feel really good about our company's ability to become more profitable over time. We've already achieved meaningful profitability over the last year with $155 million of adjusted EBITDA in 2020. Our cost base is also largely fixed in nature. It's mostly headcount and technology. So as our revenues continue to grow, we expect our margins should expand.
All right, well, that wraps up our Q&A. So back to Vlad and Beju for some closing thoughts.
Well, thanks, Mary Elizabeth. This is a very special moment, and we're humbled by the large number of customers who are accessing the markets for the first time with Robinhood. We believe in democratizing finance for all, and together we will continue to change Wall Street forever. We appreciate your support for our roadshow. Hope that today our presentation is helpful to you as you consider this investment. Be well. We appreciate your support for our roadshow.